not scare the daylights out of voters. You must not scare the daylights out of people who are just like you. But the media knows how to frame things. They know how to make people look. Why do you think I said on 8/28, please do not bring any signs, bring your children? I did it for two reasons. One, because I really truly believe that was a moment, and there in that crowd was an 8-year-old kid, that their life changed. That would be a pivot point. I'm trying to grow a few George Washingtons for the future to hold them in reserve in case we need them. I know they were there. I know it will happen. But the other thing is, I've been around these people in the newsroom. They're salivating. They just can't wait. Well, if you're holding a sign, all right, we've got that. Because in America's mind now, those signs, boom, 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 it just all ties to the end to a Hitler mustache. It doesn't matter what it says. But if you're not holding your sign, you instead are holding your child. Every American looks at that scene and says, well, they're like me. And they listen to your message then. And the message is not partisan. The message is save the country. The message is the spending is out of control. The message is common sense. The message is care for one another. But don't burn down the house trying to do it. We will help each other. We are charitable people. That's the message. And that will work with everyone. So here's what we have to do. I think. We have to stop listening. We have to stop listening to people who are so discredited at this point that we've proven their track record. And this is hard to do. I have to stop listening to the people who are constantly attacking me. I have to do it. And I have to stop responding to it. I've gotten to the point where I feel sorry for them. It's embarrassing. They're so wrong so many times, over and over and over again, and yet we respond to them. It's time to look at them like the loser that we had, picking his nose in 3rd grade, and you just be like, teacher, really? We have to stop listening to the people who have lied to us and shown themselves and their agenda over and over and over again. I don't know what's happening to the media, but it's like future news now. Have you noticed that? Everything is in the future. Tea Party, they're going to be violent. They're violent. They're violent. They haven't been violent. There's no signs of violence. They're violent. It's future news. First it was the Tea Party was going to be violent. Then it was 8/28 was just going to be a racist hate fest. Then last weekend I was in Alaska with Sarah Palin, and for a week they said that Sarah Palin and I were going to announce our candidacy, which is lunacy. She'll be shooting caribou out of the Oval Office. I swear to you, right before we went on stage, up in Alaska, she had been hunting. And I thought, because I'm the biggest girl man, she intimidates me and Todd scares the hell out of me. We were going to stay up in Alaska? No way, because Todd found out and he called me up and he's like, Glenn, you got to come up, man. There's this glacier we could climb. And I'm like, phone's breaking up, Todd. Bad lasting connection. We're standing backstage, I swear to you, this is true. And I'm telling her, I said, trying to be manly. I said, just did some fly fishing this week. And I'm ready to tell her about the trout that I caught, which was... and she's listening to me, and she's doing this. And she says, really? Oh, I hate this. I said, what's wrong? She said, Todd and I were up hunting caribou. We were butchering it last night, and I still have caribou blood under my fingernails. Well, I'm going to go put a dress on now. Thanks, Sarah. So the Tea Party is violent. 828 was going to be racist. Sarah Palin and I are going to be co-president. And then this week the Tea Party was over. And we're still listening to these people. America is still listening to them. Stop it! The latest is Time Magazine this week said that they criticized me. First they've been calling me the leader of the Tea Party. I'm not the leader of the Tea Party. And then this week they criticized me for not being a leader. Which one is it? Here's the thing. I'm not a leader. I'm a reminder. I said when I got onto the plane today, because I have felt really good. I mean, for the last 4 years, I felt like Paul Revere. And I've been taking people by the hair. Can't you hear the bell? The British are coming. For 4 years, I've been ringing the bell going, hello, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. But here's the great thing. I got on the plane today. I said that I am in such a good mood. I have been in such a good mood since 828 because 828, mark my word, 828 was the beginning of the end. 828 was the moment where people saw you and said, I'm like that and I want some of that. So I have been ringing the bell, and I said when he got on the plane today, I said, this is great because I don't have to ring the bell. I feel now like I'm at the triangle on the back porch of my grandparents' house, where I'm ringing it going, come on in, let's go! Something yummy to eat! Now, it's just to call everybody together and say, hey, good news! Good news! Here's what's happening in America now. What's happening in America now is the people in Washington will destroy themselves. They're not enemies of yours, they're not enemies of mine. If our rights truly come from God, they are enemies of His. All we have to do is just live the correct principles, just be good and decent people, just stand where you're supposed to stand, and they will destroy themselves because they're living an absolute and total lie. I've read the Old Testament this year, back and forth, over and over, and I have learned more this year in reading the Moses story in particular. Reading it in a different way. That's why we started the website The Blaze. It's named after the burning bush. It's The Blaze. And I thought about that all year. I thought, what is it that burns but doesn't consume? It's the truth. It's the truth of God. And if you read it, you'll start reading it and you'll see, wait a minute. At times, you'll read that it's the fire and it won't consume. But other times, God will say, He doesn't say, I'll kill them. He says, I will consume them. How? With the truth. The truth shall set you free. It's going to make you miserable first, but it will set you free.